Here we go. We're live on this thing. Hey, what's up, anyone that's in? This stuff, funcionando aí a voz, tá? Okay, cool. So wait a couple more minutes for people to come in and we'll get going. A little ginger tea. Man, we were scrambling all weekend for this. Never done a live video, so let's see how this turns out. Now people are starting to pop in. It's not like Facebook that we can see who pops in, huh? What's going on, YouTube? Gotta up your game a little bit.
Tell people to say hi in the comments.
Yeah?
In the chat.
All right, guys, type in something. Say hi on the chat box if you can. What's up, Tushar? There you go. It already feels lonely enough in here. It's been just me on the mats all weekend. Guitar 6. What's up, Paul? Kristen. Oh, man. Now we're starting to have a party. How's everyone? Everyone stuck at home, or mostly everyone going to work and stuff? What's up, Gavin? Here in Jersey, we just had after 8 p.m. tonight, everything is locked down. In Bucks County and PA, we already had a mandated lockdown. Gyms, retailers, everything is closed. What's up, James? Stuck at home until April. Oof. Man, let's hope not all of us are stuck home. That's incredible. I don't think any of us. I lived right on the river when 9/11 happened, and I saw the South Tower collapse, and it was literally like being in a movie. And we lived on the block of the boulevard. What's up, Amy? And I had some money saved at the time. I had just won some money from Company ADCC. I was going to go home, grab the money I had in the box, get in my car, drive to Canada, and fly to Brazil, because I think at the time all the airports were locked down already. And I got as far away as my block. Like, they just locked everything down. What's up, Pete? Yep, sucks for all of us, man.
The car's gonna go crazy to shock.
All right, cool. Guys, we'll probably give it a couple of minutes for everyone to figure out the technology side. How was it for you guys to have access to the video? You just go to our YouTube page, right? And then it's right there. I've never actually watched one. What's up, Rich? Kevin. Hey, Julia. What's up, Brandon?
That's how it looks.
Oh, cool. That's what we look like. What's up, Dave? Awesome, cool. So maybe we'd have to do a post that you have to subscribe to see it. Maybe comment on the.
We'll do that right now.
Sorry, guys. Monica's over here helping me out. She was here helping me out all weekend too. All right, cool. Thanks. Thanks, guys. What's up, Matt? Man, all you Newtown guys are really good with technology, huh? These guys here in Jersey have to get in the 21st century. I know who's not going to be live today is going to be Abba. Abba, where you at? With your flip phone. You're not going to get on the live video.
Are you recording it?
Yeah. Hey, Olivia. Hey, Alex. What's up, guys? Of course, Tushar. You'll be the best to give us technology lessons. Yeah. So, guys, I think I'm gonna just get going. Like this is being recorded, so later on people can have access to it. I think that the situation that everyone. What's up, Ajit? How are you? What's up, Adam? So I think the situation that we find ourselves in, it's unprecedented. No matter how we look at it, it's something that none of us have ever seen before. I think many of us anticipated, but when it's finally here, we could kind of see the whole thing coming. But now that it's finally here, we just left with answers. So over the weekend, the local government pretty much shut down Bucks County for all non-essential personnel. They closed all the schools that had done that already earlier. They closed all the retail stores and gyms and pretty much everything. Some of the guys in Newtown can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's right along those lines. It was a little bit earlier. And we just had the news that here in Jersey it's going to be the same. There should be some type of press conference by the governor. Guys, I was super busy just working on this the past few hours, so I haven't had any updates. So if it already happened, some of you may jump in. But pretty much everything is going to be shut down from 8 o'clock tonight and on. And we're left trying to figure out how do we still get better at jiu-jitsu. I think that's the main question that I've been trying to answer as this thing has been coming and as it's been getting closer and closer, and try to assess what are going to be the final circumstances that we're going to be in, and how can we train, what type of training can we do, and from there try to figure out how can we get better at jiu-jitsu for the kids and for the adults, right? And now we can't train. Pretty much like the schools are mandated, shut down. We cannot be here on these mats. And one side of me, I'm really bummed. Like it's really sad just being in here the past few days by myself and seeing, like a playing field and there's nobody to play with. And it's like looking at a tennis court or a soccer field and, there's nobody around. So how do we get better at jiu-jitsu? Something that I have always had the wish to address more with you guys, with the students, the kids and the adults, but a lot more evident for the adults, right, is the physical side of training, is the things that we do off the mats that make us better on the mats. Because jiu-jitsu is so amazing that once we start training, like we're so addicted that all we think about is rolling. All we think about is, I want to learn this move, I want to learn that move. How do I stop this move? How do I stop that move? But reality is it's a small part of improving in jiu-jitsu, just kind of like getting tougher and getting better at jiu-jitsu. And many students that follow that path only, they get up to a certain level and then they level off, right? Because there's only so many techniques you can do. Even though it's almost endless, the amount of techniques, like people figure out and people are able to defend it, and I've always been of the thought that the physical aspect of training doesn't necessarily make you better at jiu-jitsu. We think of a pyramid, right? And I consider the physical training like the base of the pyramid. So if you could have better physical conditioning, if you eat better than your opponent, if you rest more than your opponent, if you train more than your opponent, and you both know the same techniques, I think it's unquestionable who's going to win unless a very big mistake is made. It's like if you are going to go into racing school and you're going to take racing lessons and you see a Ferrari parked on the left and you see a Volkswagen Beetle parked on the right. Like, which one are you going to take it out for a ride and learn how to drive as fast as you possibly can? I think anyone who says they will take the Beatles is crazy, unless they really love like the old Beatle movies or something like that. And you don't have to be in great shape to do well at jiu-jitsu. You don't have to be in the best shape of your life to do well in jiu-jitsu. But you do have to get in the best shape of your life to explore the limits of how good you could be at jiu-jitsu, no matter when you start, right? So if you start at 20, you got to push the technical aspect as much as the physical aspect so you can get to your maximum full potential. I really do believe that. Like I see it all the time in here with the MMA guys. Like we have some incredible jiu-jitsu guys, and after a couple rounds, the MMA guys, because of the intensity, because of the strength, because of the power, they start to be able to make things a little bit more equal, especially after a couple rounds are in. So I think, all right, we can't train. So what can we do? Are we just gonna watch technique videos? Like we can't really practice the techniques. Like, yeah, we could talk about them, but like, I don't want to talk about jiu-jitsu. Like I want to do something. Like I want to get us sweating. I want to keep us in good shape. I want us stronger, faster, more coordinated, more confident when we come back and we're finally able to roll. And I think this is a great opportunity for us to address something that normally we don't have such a long time to address. All right. So that's kind of like the why we're going to set up the training some of the way that we are. All right. And then how, guys, it's going to be an online platform. All right. There's going to be a kids section. There's going to be an adult section. All right. For the kids, parents, we're going to do follow along workouts, right? It's going to be like 15, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, follow along workout. I'll be on a lot of the videos. Right now, the uncertainty of the lockdown, we don't really know what's going to happen. If I could drive and if I could get in here, or if I could get Professor Ed and Coach Tyler to come in here and be in some of these videos, I would love for these guys to be here. But we don't know if that's going to be able. And then if not, the kids are going to have follow along workouts. Then I recommend let's get these kids outside. You know, it's getting warmer. Let's make sure the kids get outside and, you know, spend some time outside playing frisbee, playing catch, playing, even if it's baseball catch. You guys know I'm not a big fan of baseball. You know, kick a ball around. You know, it's tough to go to a playground. You know, probably avoid places where there's a ton of other kids. But, you know, we all have a little backyard. We all have a block somehow. And, you know, just being outside, that vitamin D2 out there now from the sun, it's definitely a bigger immune booster, provided it's not too cold and not too windy. Let's get outside. So for the kids, every day when you guys come into every day, Monday through Thursday, and then probably Saturday morning, there will be a new follow along workout that's going to be along the lines of the warm up that we do in class, and try to follow that up with some type of play outside. That will give the kids roughly, 20 plus 20, like 40 minutes of, pretty intense work, or, pretty active work, 20 of those minutes outside in the sun. So every day there's going to be a new kind of like follow along workout for the kids. You guys take attendance of that. We're going to mark that up, and, that's going to count for promotion. So that's one good way to incentivize the kids. So pretty much, for the parents, like later on, I'll hang around and I'll ask some questions if you guys have any, and I'll definitely be available for questions, right? For the adults, very similar, guys. There's going to be some base staple stuff that's going to be follow along. I filmed a long version of our hip circuit, squat, jumping jack series warm up that took me about 15 to 18 minutes to do. And I was dead at the end. I was in here filming yesterday. I'm like pretty sore because I was a little sick all week, coughing around a little bit. That's why I stayed away from the school. But, it's a follow-along workout for the warm-up. And then there's going to be some other recommendations, and start entering a little bit into what I think are some of the main things that we can address this week, all right? Let me just flip the page. So parents, if I start blabbing too much, I think this will be super informative for you guys, because it's kind of like our vision for getting better at jiu-jitsu off the mats. What are the things that you can do off the mats that improve you on the mats? And a lot of that, it's for pretty much any sport. It's not just jiu-jitsu. So we'll start talking about some of those, all right? Well, guys, it's 6 elements of jiu-jitsu off the mats. First, is the aerobic base. Like the first four are going to be training oriented, right? Like the first is the aerobic base. It's like, all right, you're training hard, you're breathing, your lungs are burning, you know, you need oxygen. Like, how can you improve that? Like, I really believe that, you know, if you can't do a 5-minute roll without gasping for air, you know, like you're not even in a decent amount of shape that you can be to be able to explore a higher level of rolling, like a higher level of jiu-jitsu. And a lot of that training can be done with pretty mild and moderate cardio, you know, whether it's, you know, walking or, you know, like a jog or running. It could be biking, but it doesn't have to be super hard. Like, it's not sprints. It's not super duper hard. And it's being able to build up from a half-hour walk all the way up through like a half-hour run, and, you know, spaces in between with that. So my goal for you guys is to be able to do, you know, three 5-minute rolls with a 1-minute break without having to breathe through your mouth. Now, if all of a sudden you're training with Leon, of course that's going to be way harder. You know what I mean? All of a sudden you're training with Coach Tyler that jumps all over the place. Of course, you're going to be more tired. Professor Brian tossing people off the mats, but, you know, someone same level, same weight, same age, you shouldn't be going too crazy. Like, you should be able to do some type of cardio training. I hate running, but I love how I feel when I do that type of training. And so that's the one that I've always done for fighting. I always felt that if I'm not running, I'm not in camp. Like, I'm not getting ready. I'm not really training, you know, like, so if you're not properly breathing, if you can't do a round where you're at the end, you're not like, then it's tough, you know? Hey, Jerry, if you want to breathe through your mouth, that's fine. It's just you're not dead at the end of the round. If you're super fresh, then that's all good, you know? Then the second, guys, is just the muscle endurance, you know, is being able to explode and move and push and pull and move your opponent around with speed, with a little bit higher intensity over those 5 minutes, right? Like, those two are very different. I'll give you guys the example of my two kids. They just competed at states in running. Hansel ran the 2 miles in under 10 minutes. Flavia ran the half mile super fast. They trained. They've been running a lot. They did cross-country season. They came in here. They went in the back room and they wanted to roll because they hadn't rolled in a long time. And they were dead in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, they disengaged. They put their hands on their knees and they just looked at each other and they were like, with their mouth open that we were talking about. So it's not just running. You know, jiu-jitsu is very complex. There's a certain element of muscle endurance and speed endurance that is very specific to jiu-jitsu. And I've seen many athletes from other sports come in and be dead tired, and, you know, watching the kids tired like that. So we'll definitely be working on that muscle endurance type of aspect. I think the next one is core, guys, you know, is having like a solid foundation throughout your core, not just doing sit-ups, you know, like from, you know, your navel, like all the way down to, you know, maybe like halfway down your thighs, like through your hips, hip flexors, your glutes. I consider all that like part of like our center of gravity. Like, the core is super important, you know. Even when I look at black belts, right? Like, a black belt to me is that like unmovable force. Like, I remember training with black belts and feeling like you're trying to turn a wheel that just won't turn. Like, or even now, you know, I'll train with the purple belt, there's a ton of speed, and you train with the brown belt, there's a lot of flow, and then you go with the black belt, and all of a sudden, you can't move him. And that feeling, I feel it's like years and years of training, and the core just gets stronger, the balance is just so much better. So the first aspect is aerobic base, the second aspect is a little bit muscle endurance, third aspect is the core, right? Then fourth, I think that's pretty, you know, it's pretty given, you know, it's flexibility and mobility and, you know, being a little bit more pliable, you know, it's bending and not breaking in a lot of situations. And, you know, it's injury prevention, and especially for all of us that love jiu-jitsu and want to be training this 20 years from now, I really believe that stretching is something that, you know, we have to include in our routine. So each and every day we're going to talk about these, and they're going to be reminders, and as well as like exploration and maybe new things that some of you guys are exploring. All right. 6 is nutrition. You know, it's a given. You know, again, if you go to the gas station over there, and instead of gas, you put water in your car. You know, like water is good for us, but it's not good for your car. That car is not going to go very far. It's the same thing for us. So reminding you guys of, you know, just a little bit better habits when we're off the mats. You know, my reminders for myself as well. And then the sixth one is just rest. You know, it's like ways of including rest in our training routine. I remember, some of you guys that don't know, like I started fighting when I was like 22. I fought for a few years, then I retired. I stopped fighting. I didn't fight until I didn't fight for 5 years. When I came back, I was 30, 31, and my body was different. Like I didn't react to training the same. And one of the routines that I incorporated is I would train really hard Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I would take off. Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning I'll train hard, and then take another day and a half off through Sunday all the way up to Monday. So how to time rest, and you know how to set up your training week. What's up, Heath? How to set up the training week. Again, just recommendations. One thing that we find in jiu-jitsu training is that it's more of an art than it is a science. You know, like what works for one person doesn't necessarily work exactly for the other. It's just like the techniques. One guy plays half guard, the other one loves top game, and you know, let's see what happens. It's tough. But guys, going back to just trying to tie it all in, it's 6 elements of jiu-jitsu off the mats that we're going to be going over this week, structuring some workouts for you guys. We'll be doing a few of these live videos, and you know, government permitting and you know, of course, most importantly, like health permitting, try to scope some outdoors get-togethers, even if we do some workouts in the parking lot, exercising a ton of distance from each other, even though we all love each other, it's far apart from each other. Some workouts for the kids, you know, health permitting. Just during this week, we're just going to focus on that, just like opening our eyes for what's up? Someone just said professor. Opening our eyes and just taking our focus that normally is all the way over here to technique only. You know, what's working with technique? You know, what did this guy do in the last tournament? What leg lock this guy did? What pass this guy did? And we focus on just base building, right? Like, because the wider the base of the pyramid, the higher we're going to be able to push you, you know, technically and with strategy and with all these things. What's up, Andy? So guys, I want to open up. Did I miss anything? Anything that I need to add?
No, just the other 2 stuff that's going to be in the online program.
Yeah, we have some, you know, we're going to be doing daily challenges. Guys, I think that more than jiu-jitsu, to be honest, you know, I just miss you guys. Like, I miss seeing the little kids running around, you know, like, and I think that we all miss each other because of how much we sacrifice to train jiu-jitsu. Like, I don't really have friends that don't train, you know, like, you guys are my friends. Like, the only people that I see are you guys. So we're going to be doing some challenges that, you know, who could do more push-ups, who could hold planks the longest, you know, some physical challenges for everyone, and try to keep everyone engaged, try to keep everyone motivated. Like, this next week is going to suck for everyone, but that doesn't mean that we cannot be moving each other forward. That doesn't mean that we cannot be getting better at things that will, without a doubt, improve our jiu-jitsu and things that normally we don't do. Like, usually we just want to come in and roll. Most of us just want to come in and roll. And even though on any given day I also want to come in and roll, when I'm about to compete, my training changes drastically. Like, there's a whole lot more focus that goes on to these 6 things that we just talked about. All right, so that's what we're going to be trying to instill in you guys this week. And parents, we just want the kids moving around. We want the kids, you know, to stay engaged, to see us, to remember that they are martial artists, and to continue to receive attendance, or, you know, to receive reward for their workouts and continue to move forward in their ranks. All right, there's some additional bonuses also. You guys could go on the platform is rabjjonline.com. I forgot that. It's on the app. Excuse me. It's on the app. You could just click. There's a link that goes on there, or you could go directly to it. What's up, Carmela? You could go directly to it. You could sign up. Get the workouts, guys. You know, like I really feel that if anyone that trains twice a week, they should be training twice off the mats. If you're training 3 times a week, you should be training 3 times off the mat. So, you know, wherever you were doing before, you know, get Monday through Friday and rest Saturday, Sunday, or get Monday, Tuesday, rest Wednesday. Get, you know, use my old routine: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, rest Sunday. Get your workouts in. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. You know, get a bike, get on a scooter. Just something that gets your heart pumping, something that gets your heart rate higher. Those things are definitely going to improve. And then work towards being able to run, right? Like work towards being able to do a full set of push-ups, you know, like a whole minute plank. Like you don't have to start there, but you have to work to get there. Like, after all, we are martial artists, right? Anything that I'm missing? What 3 parts? Quer falar aqui? All right. Monica's going to help me out because I blab too much.
Yes, he does. So it's very easy, guys. Just go to RABJJonline.com, and then we decided to divide it in 3. So we're going to have every day Professor Ricardo is going to run a workout with the 6 elements that we need to improve our jiu-jitsu outside of the mats. With that, there's going to be a daily challenge. And when you do the daily challenge, everybody gets a point who participates.
Yeah.
And it's going to be posted on our Facebook group on both RABJJ Newtown and RABJJ Robbinsville. And then we're going to have some prizes like a private with Ricardo. You're going to have the chance to win a gi, to win some stuff from the RABJJ store. And then the extra bonuses helps with what we're trying to accomplish this week, which is a health tracker for what you're eating, for the workout that you're doing, and then a family workout. So parents, if you want to do it with the kids, there's a workout in the bonus section that you all can do. It's very quick, very easy. You can do it in the living room. You can do it outside. You can do it wherever you want. So
cool.
I think that's it.
That's pretty much it. Who's that? What's up, Janice? Hey guys, I want to open up for some questions. You know, like you guys may have like quite a few questions. I think maybe go check the online stuff. You could always send me some messages on Facebook or like Instagram later. I'll try to answer best. And you know, I'm happy to hop on a phone call or like another live video tomorrow if it's needed.
We send them an email too. We're sending them an email too with all the information on how to log in.
Yeah, we're sending an email to everyone. Board eating? I'm not sure what board eating is, James.
It's what Flavia does. You're bored and all you do is eat.
Oh, board eating. Man, you know, like how do I not eat? I don't have stuff that I could binge on while I'm at the house, you know, like just stay busy, you know, go for a workout. Sometimes you're thirsty, man. You know what I mean? Like start like every time you're a little hungry and bored, just have a glass of water, you know, like there is some muscle, like eating when you're bored is just an association, you know, it's these are muscles that we build on and that they get stronger, you know. Try to figure out when are you eating. Like one thing I figure out is like when I watch TV, if I just start to sit down and watch TV, like I love to just kind of chew on something, you know. So then it's a question of maybe not watch TV, maybe replace what you're eating with something a little bit healthier, you know. But if you just continue to do it, or if you just try to abstain yourself from it, eventually you come back to it. It's like redirecting. It's probably like a little bit better, James. So I don't know if that's a good enough answer to your question.
Instead of snacking chocolate, get some grapes and snack with what you eat.
Yeah, snack on grapes, snack on some other stuff. Anything else, guys? Oh, by the way, we have new trees up front. We just had some landscaping done. We got trees, but no jiu-jitsu, no classes. I'll do a quick video for you guys later.
Challenge starts tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, guys. Go check out. There's a video there today for the full version of the hip circuit. grab a little yoga mat, or just grab a little area of your living room, push some chairs around, and get that done. It's a little cold today. It's gonna be tough to do this out. Go in your basement, get a little bit of space, but you could definitely do it on a yoga mat. I did it right here on the mats. It's like a 15-minute workout. So James, if you get bored, go do the hip circuit, man. It's gonna suck so bad that you're not gonna want to eat later. Do 10 push-ups every time you get hungry.
The family workout too. That's there.
Yeah.
It's a quick workout.
Oh yeah, for the parents, there's a quick. Thank you, Melissa.
Andy asked the 6 elements of training outside the mat.
So Andy, I think maybe that's one area that I forgot to be clear. This video, we're gonna go put it on there, all right? And the content that you guys are gonna see today is for Monday. That content's gonna be available, and the content for Tuesday is gonna drip and become available Tuesday. The content for Wednesday is gonna become again available on Wednesday, and so on and so forth. Just to bring you guys back to the training aspect, guys. Like the base of our training for the week is going to be the long version of the hip circuit plus some type of cardio. Like honestly, like you should not be upset about just going for a half-hour walk. Like it's more than okay to start with a walk. And I think I have like 7 levels of progression there, all the way up into a 30-minute jog. And then if you're gonna start jogging right off the bat, man, see if you can go to the track. Let me see. I think I'm
Maybe
missing
for
some
Andy,
questions.
just explain.
Yeah, Andy. Each one of those is gonna be addressed in one day. So there is videos each day of me talking about like each one of those elements. And there's like a day that we're focusing more upper body, another day that we're doing more like leg workouts. One day it's all core. Other day we talk about nutrition, and then it's like a really comprehensive. It's like a week long. It's trying to give you guys like an overall idea of if you were training for the fight of your life, like where would you start? And you are. The fight of your life is you. Is being the best you can be. So like these things are important. I have one more over here.
Yeah, training dummies.
Training dummies you ever using? Mike, man, like I hate that stuff, man. Like I really like. Maybe it's just me. Like I don't believe in training dummies. Like I'd rather hit a heavy bag or something. You know what I mean? Like jiu-jitsu is so fluid. There's like so much movement. But I've heard of some people that like it. Like I'd rather watch tournaments, like old school tournaments. You know what I mean? Like we have a lot of guys in our academy. They are like maniacs. Like they know about this match that happened like 10 years ago and 20 years ago. Like ask these guys and watch some matches of jiu-jitsu being done at the highest level. That gives you like such a visual. And whereas like the training dummy, like, it's always falling on you. Like it's like, to me, it doesn't, I don't like the feel of it, but some people like it. I don't have anything wrong to see against it. It's just not my preference. I definitely don't recommend it. Paul, awesome. Tell Amy I say hi. That's it.
Olivia. That's what she said.
Thank you, Olivia. I have the best students. That's the reality. And Mike, just to go a little bit further, you know what I mean? Like if you were about to get in a fight in a month and I was at the hospital and I couldn't help you with any technique, I'll probably send you out every day. Where I would start is like go out for a run every day and then go hit a heavy bag and then maybe do some takedowns on a dummy. And, like it's I guess everything helps. Like I can't really say that it's bad, but I think that your time is better spent on some things that will build you much more than drilling with a dummy, and I guess it's just personal preference. I don't see anything wrong with it either. Yeah. And guys, I hate running. I'm not recommending anybody to run because I like it. I really don't. Like I said, I just like the fighter that I become when I go through that pain. That's really the reality. Cool. I miss you guys already. It's purposeless to have these mats here. And we'll be here as soon as it's possible. I predict that we'll probably be doing some stuff outside. Maybe grappling in the parking lot. No running, Evelyn. Just go for a walk. That's fine. You have a bike. I thought you had a bike. You can go for a bike ride. Do anything. Oh, guys, jump rope. I forgot to mention that one. Like, if you get a jump rope, it costs like $5 in 5 and below. It doesn't take much space. You could do rounds. You could start with a couple minute rounds and build it up. You know, start with 2 minute rounds, jumping, a minute round off. 1 minute jumping, 1 minute off. 2 minutes jumping, 1 minute off. 3 minutes, and build it up to 5 minute rounds like we're doing rolling. You know. Mike, that's another one. I'll 100% put the jumping rope before almost anything else, even the running. Professor, yes, watching old jiu-jitsu matches. I said the same thing, man. We're always in the same wavelength, 100%. I know that we got some maniacs like Jerry and I know Leon, Luke. These guys will recommend a ton of matches.
You just remind people they can interact in the Facebook group.
Yeah. Guys, I'm around. I'm bored. I got nothing better to do. So if you guys also want me to work on some technique stuff, I could definitely do that. Although you guys just looking at it, I don't think it's gonna do much good. Definitely planning like a Q&A for this week, and we could delve a little bit deeper into some training stuff. We could definitely address technical and tactical stuff for jiu-jitsu. So besides the videos, you guys will be seeing me quite a bit this week. Love you guys, everybody. Be safe. Remember that we're martial artists. We set the example. We don't follow. And there's gonna be a lot of people around us that need help. From older people through younger people, and sometimes just the people around us need our strength, right? Like we talked about, the black belt is the unmovable object. Like just be that rock for the people around you, even though it's tough. All right. See you guys soon.